of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
We'll do the mission.
Okay. We also started a new tradition that we will say the mission at every meeting, just to remind us why we're here, that we put kids front and center at what we do. So tonight, Ms. Parker is going to have the pleasure of doing the mission.
Good evening, Markeisha Parker, Associate Superintendent. Our District 118 mission is to ensure all District 118 students reach their fullest potential. I'm also going to share our vision, which is to equip every student with the knowledge, skills, and support needed to succeed in college, career, and life through personalized learning, targeted support, and whole child development. And lastly, our theme for the year is ready for college, ready for careers, ready for life.
Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to call the meeting to order, and we'll entertain a motion to go into open session.
So moved.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call vote.
Ms. Payne?
Yes.
Mrs. Corby?
Yes.
Mr. Easton?
Yes.
Mr. Warfield?
Yes.
Mrs. Town?
Yes.
Dr. Holland?
Yes.
Mrs. Holland?
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. We have a full board, and it's exciting to be able to have a full board. Thank you. At this time, do we need to entertain a motion to pull something from the agenda?
No, it's already pulled.
That was already
So
pulled.
consent agenda.
Okay. At this time, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda as written and approved, given to us by Lakeisha. Thank you.
Prior to approving the consent agenda, I'd like to pull the administrative retirement request from the consent agenda so that we can discuss that separately.
A second?
Second.
Okay, thank you. Roll call vote?
Mr. Easton?
Voting on the consent agenda, right? With the amendment?
Yes.
Yes.
Dr. Holland?
Yes.
Mrs. Corby?
Yes.
Ms. Payne?
Yes.
Mrs. Town?
Yes.
Mr. Warfield?
Yes.
Mrs. Holland?
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Warfield. Appreciate that. At this time, we will entertain any public comments. Really?
Really?
Really? Okay. All right. That's good. And moving on then to the business and finance, the treasurer's report.
Ms. Holland?
Huh? No, we pulled it.
Entertain the, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, make the, what he pulled out of consent, you need to do that first.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, okay, so I propose we table the administrative retirement request for later vote.
I'll second.
Okay.
All right. Mrs. Corby?
Yes.
Mrs. Town?
Yes.
Mr. Easton?
Yes.
Mr. Warfield?
Yes.
Dr. Holland?
Yes.
Ms. Payne?
Yes.
Mrs. Holland?
Yes, motion carries 7-0. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now, moving on, we'll have the business and finance report.
It's,
need to vote.
you just need to vote.
We just need a vote on,
It's pulled from the consent.
okay.
Motion to accept the treasurer's report?
Second?
Ms. Town?
Yes.
Mr. Easton?
Yes.
Ms. Payne?
Yes.
Dr. Holland?
Yes.
Mr. Warfield?
Yes.
Mrs. Corby?
Yes.
And Mrs. Holland?
Yes. Motion carries 7-0. Thank you.
Madam President, I'd make a motion that we revote just now. I think Mr. Warfield may have intended to not vote.
Oh, thank you. I apologize.
Can we revote?
Thank you for saving me on that. Yes, we can.
I need someone to second my motion
I
to
second
revote.
that.
Okay.
Then we need to vote to revote.
Ms. Town?
We are voting,
To revote on the treasurer's report
Okay.
because Mr. Warfield doesn't need to vote on that.
yes, yes.
Shouldn't.
Mr. Easton?
Yes.
Ms. Payne?
Yes.
Dr. Holland?
Yes.
Mr. Warfield?
To revote, correct? Yes.
You gonna
No,
abstain?
you abstain.
No, you abstain.
I want to abstain then, yes.
Okay.
Mrs. Corby?
Yes.
And Ms. Holland?
Yes, motion carries 6 and 1 abstention. Okay, Do we have it right now?
Yep.
Yep, we good? Yes, okay.
Actually, no. What you just voted on was to have a revote. Now you need to vote on the
Now we
motion,
need to vote on the previous.
which is to approve the treasurer's report.
Okay. We will entertain a motion to approve the treasurer's report as amended.
I make a motion that we approve the treasurer's report as amended.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call vote.
Dr. Holland,
Yes.
Mrs. Town,
Yes.
Mr. Easton,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Mr. Warfield,
I abstain.
Mrs. Courtney,
Yes.
and Mrs. Holland.
Yes. Motion carries 6 and 1 abstention.
Thank you.
Thank you. We're gonna get it right.
We
We're gonna
are.
get it right.
And just to clarify,
Ah.
I have to abstain because of my employment, so they're trying to keep me employed.
And still on the board.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I know I'm gonna get this one right. We're moving on. We are very fortunate to have a talented young lady in our midst, and who represented our district and our community really well, not only in this community, but all the way in Europe and all across Europe. So we are so honored to have Bailey Easton in our presence, and she's going to tell us about her experience in France. And she's going to be joined by the high school principal, Mr. Bretz.
Good evening, Board of Education, Mr. Hart, Mrs. Parker. I have with me tonight Miss Bailey Easton. She's an 11th grader at Danville High School. Bailey applied for and was one of 15 students, along with a teacher sponsor, to earn a research fellowship through the Albert H. Small Normandy Institute through George Washington University. She was allowed to go and study in Normandy, France this summer, researching the D-Day invasion. Her focus was on local contributors to the invasion, particularly African American soldiers. She has already presented her research at the Vermilion County War Museum, and I think it's still coming up, right? The Kiwanis Club, she'll be presenting there as well. So she is here to share her experience and what she learned in her research about Private First Class Leslie Milton Irvin.
Okay, so we started off in January, meeting every other week with students, teachers, and mentors from across the country. For 5 months, we discussed college-level lessons, assignments, and lectures of the history of World War II. Through this research and study, I built and strengthened my reading comprehension, discussion, and speaking skills, and each week we had a different topic, but one that impacted me the most was the Holocaust. Something I'll never forget was watching one of the French movies we had as our assignments. It was focused on a specific part of the Holocaust, following an 11-year-old boy. The part that left the strongest impression on me was the end, when the remaining children in the concentration camps were sent to an extermination camp. They were so excited because the soldiers had told them they were going to see their parents. But the children were giving them flowers and gifts, and they were full of joy. But there were 1,051 children on that train, and none of them ever came back. This fact sat with me for a long time and gave a much deeper appreciation for the history and for remembering these stories. In addition to the lessons, each team spent time researching their briefing topics about a soldier they would present about. My topic was African Americans in D-Day and their role, and what stood out for me most was how dedicated they were, even without the full support of the military. They fought with a double purpose of victory abroad and equality at home, and yet they are still often called the forgotten soldiers. My biography was on Private Leslie Milton Irvin, a farm boy from Vermilion County who was no stranger to hard work. He was assigned to scale the cliffs with his company to attack a German radar station. Sadly, he was killed not long after landing on the beach, and learning his story gave me such a strong connection and empathy for him and his sacrifice. Before our trip to D.C., we were all nervous. We all thought everyone was so much smarter and knew so much more than we did, but the first activity they gave us was a timeline of World War II events. We barely knew each other's names, but we jumped right into it. And that's when we realized we were all working towards the same goal, and that we were surrounded by people just like us. That night, a big group of us went to the Cheesecake Factory, and that's where our bond grew. It quickly became something that felt like family. Even the teachers became close friends to us. There are too many memories to mention with the time that I have, but I am so grateful to have met these people. We all still talk to this day. In D.C., we spent a full day at the National Archives in Maryland doing research. We used primary sources like journals, military records, and hand-drawn maps. One thing that surprised me was how personal and creative some of these documents were. One story I read had a table of contents made with symbols and colors. It looked like something a student might do today. It reminded me that even in the middle of war, people still found ways to be creative. After DC, we flew to France, and that's when the presentations began. Right before the presentations, though, one of the scariest moments of the trip for me was ordering food in French. They threw us into the deep end, and they expected us to swim. And unlike Paris, the cashiers didn't know much English, and I ended up not even getting the food I wanted. Some people were brave enough to try their French skills, but I definitely was not one of them. Our hotel was in a small, sleepy town called Bayeux, and it's such a pretty town and has one of my favorite landmarks from the trip, Notre Dame de Bayeux. Overall, that small town was such an amazing place to spend time. Being in Normandy was breathtaking and life-changing. We visited all 5 beaches, Utah, Sword, Juneau, and Omaha, and Gold, sorry. The moment that hit me the hardest was standing on Omaha Beach. I couldn't even bring myself to have fun in the water like at prior beaches. It was just an overwhelming, indescribable emotion, knowing the history of what happened there. It's truly a feeling I cannot put into words. Visiting the German cemetery gave me a different kind of overwhelming feeling, one that was eerie and uncomfortable. Within the cemetery was La Camba, a large burial ground holding over 200 unknown German soldiers. It looked like a big hill, but when I found out it wasn't, my stomach dropped. As interesting as it was unsettling the entire time. Many of us didn't take pictures, and the bus ride back was the quietest it had ever been. I'm going to skip for, hold on. This is a pastry that I had. It was really, really good. And then this is my soldier's name written in the beaches of Omaha. Okay. Our last view of Normandy was the American Cemetery, where we presented our soldiers' remembrances at their graves. This was one of the most emotional moments of the trip. Seeing Private Irvin's grave made everything feel so real, and I felt the strongest connection to him there. The cemetery overlooks Omaha Beach, and the sand ceremony they do is beautiful. They collect fresh sand from the beach and rub it onto the engraving of each soldier's name to honor and remember them. From there, we headed to Paris. On the bus ride, I fell asleep and I woke up to McDonald's, which was very, very happy. I was very happy. Although the food in France was amazing, and I'll never forget the taste of the desserts. On our first full night, we had a heartfelt blast. Later that night, I saw the Eiffel Tower with one of my friends, and it was the most beautiful sight I had ever seen. And it was such a special way to wrap up our time together. After that, Miss Woods and I explored Paris together. She showed me so many amazing places, including Notre Dame, where we attended Mass. We also tried navigating the Louvre, which felt like a maze and took up all my energy for the day, but it was still an amazing place. Looking back, this trip was truly life-changing, and I'm so thankful to Miss Woods for taking me, and to the board and the institution for giving me this opportunity. It had such a strong impact on me, and I know it has shaped my future.
Thank you.
Please know that we're really proud of you and how well you represented us and all the work that went into it. This just wasn't a easy trip to see Paris and so forth. So you really did a good job, and thank you for that. Any questions? Anybody want to ask anything?
Very emotional.
I just want to say thank you for sharing, and obviously you dug into it and you felt the history in that too, and bringing that to this presentation means a lot. So thank you.
I am impressed by what you saw in the cemetery. I took a trip with the high school many years ago to Normandy, and it is really mind-blowing when you see the cemetery for the American soldiers. That's when I learned that the families had a choice of leaving the family members there or sending them back to the States, and a number of them chose to leave their family members there. Very impressive. Thank you.
Truly, you honored your soldier, and for that means a lot.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very well done.
Thank you.
Thank you.
item 8, educational support. It's in your head LLC Community Program Services Agreement recommendation.
Good evening, Board of Education, Mr. Hart, Mrs. Parker. I'm Mitzi Campbell, the principal at Kenneth D. Bailey Academy. I am bringing tonight a proposal to really renew an ongoing partnership we have with It's in Your Head services. This is Hunter LaFave. He is the owner of It's in Your Head. If you are not familiar, It's in Your Head is a program that comes to our building on a weekly basis. It supports our social emotional programming. KDBA, we're big on wrapping around our students. We are hoping to create better versions of them and giving them tools so that they can make good decisions going forward. I'm going to let Hunter explain the program a little bit more before we proceed.
Yeah. So I've got to come in the last couple of years and work with the kids from coming into teaching lessons on how to take care of themselves and really to understand their emotions and how to regulate themselves down so they don't overreact, so that they can focus through class and so that they can have a bright and hopeful future like all the rest of our students here. We work in pullouts too, where an admin will come out with me and we work through these different practices with the kids on a weekly basis. They get really excited about it, and year out, the kids that have been there before, when new kids come in, the kids that have been there before, let them know this is something that we do. They're really excited about it, and I'm just really proud to be back and share these skills with the kids.
Thank you.
Oh, I was just going to say, and just to clarify, KDBA, because we're an alternative setting, we are able to use title funding for this, so that it does not come from our building budget or district funds, and it is a total of $15,000 for the entirety of the year, and we are supported with 28 sessions total throughout the year.
That was my question.
I figured.
Thank you. I need a motion to approve. Thank you. Second?
Second.
Any discussions or questions?
I talked to Mrs. Holleran about my concern with Title I funds. I defer to your judgment and that this program is good, and in talking with Mrs. Holleran, I'm going to vote yes, but I just wanted to say something publicly for all of us to know. You already know, Mrs. Truex, is she here? I don't know. She gave me a really good lesson on Title I funds. I just want to make sure for our board members here to know my perspective on this, because I was on the fence with approving it, not because I don't think it's good, but because every Student Succeeds Act is what funds Title I funding. It's supposed to be there for extra help for students who are academically at risk. And my concern is rooted in believing that research-based curriculum is really important, which would be funded by Title I funds. And I'm not saying this isn't research-based, because it's really hard to get research-based funding on these kinds of programs. It's very hard because no one wants to pay for the funding. But Title I funding could be used for supplemental textbooks. It could be used for assessments and identifying struggling students, especially with things like AI. And we're doing some of that. I would hope that we can do more of it. I do defer to your judgment that you've considered that and think this is important. But as a board member, I think you should know this board member really is looking for us to really lean into research-based curriculum as much as we can. That's all I have.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Is this for the entire building, like all the way up?
Yes, this is 5th through 12th grade, and there's 2 different tiers that this program supports. So our first tier is our building-wide initiative. Hunter goes into the classrooms and does relevant themes for the week. We speak about those prior. They change from year to year just based off the student population and the present need. Relevancy is huge for us. We need to make sure we're connecting with that current population of kiddos that we have. So that is something that is supported for the entire building. The small group sessions, however, those are often referrals from the social worker or the classroom teachers, administration, and we work with Hunter and just pulling out smaller groups of students so that they can work on those self-regulation skills. So I think I answered your question. It's building wide, but it's also for some of our more struggling students.
So permission slips are sent home?
If it's a small group, yes. If it's a building-wide initiative, there isn't a permission slip. But if it's a small group, we are required to have permission, yes.
Thank you. And if I may, so just for everyone's knowledge, the district is over 80% low income. So we are community eligible, which obviously you know. So if you're looking at 8 out of 10 students in the classroom, you know, are living in poverty. And students that attend Bailey Academy a lot of times come from, not all, but some come from traumatic homes. And so that does really affect the way that information is received by the student. So again, as I appreciate the comment of Mr. Easton, but I do think that we need to be aware that, you know, our kids need to be regulated to be able to access the materials that are being provided. So thank you.
I think the mere existence of Kenneth Bailey cries out for the necessity of using Title I funds for this program. And for those of you who haven't gone over and visited the school, I think you need to take time to do that. I'm impressed every time I go there, and now with the new addition, it's even more exciting. But if you attended their graduation program, you will get a real strong feeling on how much the staff appreciates those students and the compassion and how much they do for those kids that I don't think they can get anyplace else. So I'm all for using different programs and funds if it's going to enhance the students in that building. Thank you.
And I would like to add that I have kind of looked at several statements and success stories that you have with your program. So I feel like definitely where you are right now is wonderful, and I would love for it to be you to be able to be in more schools in our district. I know there's more to it than me just saying that, but I think it's a wonderful program, and when the kids need someone to have them teach them how to handle their emotions, to keep everything at a little more regular level, and keep our classrooms a little more conducive to learning. And that's what we're all about here. We want to get the best out of our students, and in any way, shape, or form that we can do, I'm all for.
Which leads to the one question that I have, and that is, we don't have you 5 days a week, all hours of the day, and it would be wonderful if, wouldn't it be wonderful to have them that much?
Yes.
So what work do you do with teachers to carry on your work when you're not present?
We've met with them before when I was getting to work with staff too, of sharing these skills and giving some daily habits. Also being able to do the classroom push-ins, the teachers are there for those lessons as well. So the same thing that I'm teaching with the kids, the teachers are there. They often come up and ask questions, and they're great at applying these things. And I notice it when I come in, they'll even say to the kids, like, remember we were just working this, we've been doing these things. So they're consistent with those practices even when I'm absent from the building.
Great, thank you.
Yes.
Any other comments, questions? Hearing none, we'll have a roll call vote.
Mr. Warfield?
Yes.
Mrs. Town?
Yes.
Ms. Payne?
Yes.
Mrs. Corley?
Yes.
Dr. Howard?
Yes.
Mr. Easton?
Yes.
Mrs. Howard?
Yes, motion carries 7-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll have you back to let us know how things are going.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Item B, Urban Learning Leadership Center as a learning partner for Southview Upper Elementary School. Looks like Mr. Rice.
Good evening, Board. Mr. Hart, Chris Rice, Director of Early Learning, and I have a proposal for you this evening as a potential contract agreement between Urban Learning Leadership Center, ULLC, and Southview Upper Elementary School. This agreement is to provide leadership training, coaching, and targeted professional development for the 25-26 school year as required by the Illinois State Board of Education with any school that's currently in designation status. The cost for the program, if approved, is $49,795, which will be paid for utilizing Southview's Illinois Empower grant funds. I also have with me this evening Southview's Assistant Principal, Mrs. Edrington, who can answer some questions as far as how they might utilize the program if you have any.
Can you tell us just a little bit more specifically?
So we have Nancy who comes to us from ULLC. She meets with the admin team. She came in and did a case study to kind of, I'll say, point out some areas of growth for us. And then she's also meeting with our leadership team to help us become better instructional leaders. And transparency, when you're in a situation, sometimes you struggle to see where your growth could be. And a fresh set of eyes that is unbiased is beneficial. So she's working with us on that. And then she's also working with our students and our teachers. She's done interviews with them to talk about what they're feeling, how they see the school, the culture, the climate. We're trying to just do a wraparound really and benefit our instruction for our students.
Since this is a motion and roll call vote, I will entertain a motion.
So moved.
Thank you. Second?
I'll second.
Thank you. Anyone have any questions, concerns? No?
Can we be caught up, I'm not wording that right, updates? How do we get updates on how the staff is responding and how well they are doing with this?
So when Nancy comes and meets with us, I suppose we could come back to the board and give updates if that's something you're interested in. Ms. Fluno would be in charge of that, not me. I'm the volunteer for tonight.
I got you.
But we can update you. In our initial one, she met with every staff member and she pulled controlled groups of students. She went to students' rooms. She picked the students. We didn't pick them. She did one-on-one interviews with them. She did group interviews. They were very transparent on the things that they feel like administration's doing well, the things that we could show some growth in. And then she conducted a survey also. So now we're working through all of those parts and pieces as the school year progresses.
You could just give us a little one-page bullet
Sure.
thing on what you're doing, how it's being received.
Yes, ma'am, we can do that, Ms. Payne.
Would be an easy way to do it.
I can do that.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Look at her taking control.
One thing I am very glad to see, I looked up ULLC. They definitely are using evidence-based practices. So I appreciate that very much. I think it's really important that we can prove in pretty much every setting that this is effective, especially for people who are struggling with math and reading, which I know we are. And
We are.
And I know that's going to be some of their goals, I'm sure.
It is, yes. It's to improve our instruction in our classrooms. So not just us as instructional leaders, but our teachers as the instructors also improving, meeting the needs of our students.
And when I say evidence-based practices for people in the public, it just means that they've had peer-reviewed research, they've seen measurable benchmarks in students' success, and more than just that. That's just what it means. It's not just a cliche. It's a really important, it's been tested.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that will be part of the information that we share at our study sessions as well. So when we're going through school improvement plans, the companies, organizations that schools are working with that are involved with Illinois Empower, they'll share what experiences they're having.
Anything else?
Ms. Bank?
Yes.
Mrs. Corley,
Yes.
Mr. Easton,
Yes.
Mr. Warfield,
Yes.
Mrs. Town,
Yes.
Dr. Holland,
Yes.
Mrs. Hopps.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. Good
Thank
luck.
you.
And we'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
Yes.
Thank you. Item 9, dismissal of educational support personnel employee for reasons other than reduction in force. I would entertain a motion to approve the resolution for the dismissal of educational support personnel employee Christopher Ellenfeld for reasons other than reduction in force, effective immediately.
Second.
Questions, concerns? Roll call vote.
Mr. Easton,
Yes.
Dr. Holland, Mrs. Corley, Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Mrs. Town,
Yes.
Mr. Warfield,
Yes.
and Mrs. Holland.
Yes, motion carries 7-0. Thanks. Item 10, our favorite, other than traditional calendar things. Press policy issue 118. Motion and roll call vote. This was presented at the last meeting. We did a first reading on these press policies. Just to remind you, we pay for press to keep us up to date with what the legislature and the state board is requiring that we do. And so then we bring our policies in line with the press policy, and so pretty constantly we're voting on them. So, press policy issue 118, I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I make a motion that we approve press policy.
Second.
Roll call vote.
Mrs. Corley,
Yes.
Mrs. Town,
Yes.
Mr. Easton,
Yes.
Mr. Warfield,
Yes.
Dr. Holland,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
and Mrs. Hopps.
Yes, and the motion carries 7-0. We have one more press policy issue, 119. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
I'll second.
Thank you. Roll call vote.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Dr. Holland,
Yes.
Mr. Warfield,
Yes.
Mr. Easton,
Yes.
Mrs. Town,
Yes.
Mrs. Corley,
Yes.
and Mrs. Hopps.
Yes, motion carries 7-0.
May I for a second?
Yes, Mr. Hart.
So with board policy, that's one of the largest responsibilities of the Board of Education. So following these, this catches us up with press policies. So we will have a committee which will include board members. So hopefully that will lead to a little more discussion as we move forward and bring these out. The policies that we looked at tonight are basically footnote note changes and reverting back to the old Title IX regulations instead of those that were implemented under the Biden administration. So, thank you.
Thank you. Item 11, special education, a license agreement with Gateway Family Services of Illinois. Ms. Bailey.
Good evening, Board, Mr. Hart and Mrs. Parker. I am Molly Bailey, Director of Special Education. I have a few things for you tonight. The first thing is an agreement with Gateway Family Services. For the last few years, we've been able to utilize Gateway, especially at Mark Denman, with ESSER funds, and as those funds are gone, Gateway has explored other options, and they're now able to bill Medicaid for their counseling services. Mr. Elmley has worked with Ms. Sollers and would like to continue to provide those counseling services. The mental health team there at Mark Denman has already identified some kids who would benefit from the support based on their data and just some trauma-related things. So I'm recommending that we approve this license agreement with Gateway Family Services of Illinois at no cost to us. They will bill Medicaid for those counseling services.
Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion, questions?
I
It's a good
just-
service. We have a long-standing relationship with them, and they have served us
Yeah,
well.
and we already have, they're already on our referral form. It would be a seamless process.
Great.
Well, and it's even though they're being paid by Medicaid, Medicaid doesn't actually pay very much. So I think it's important to say we are grateful that they're willing to do it. It's a lot of paperwork, and that obviously they're in the business of healing already in that profession. So thank you for finding a creative way to make it happen. So that's good.
Thank you. Anybody else? Roll call vote.
Mr. Easton,
Yes.
Dr. Holler,
Yes.
Mrs. Corley,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Mrs. Town,
Yes.
Mr. Easton.
Yes.
I'm sorry. You're good. I'm looking at you and I'm sorry. Mr. Warfield.
Yes.
Mrs. Holler.
Yes. Motion carries 8-0.
Thank you.
7-0, really. Thank you. Ms. Bailey, the Orientation and Mobility Services contract.
There are students who have vision impairment. Some of them require orientation and mobility services. Oh, easier said than done. On their IEP. This service is very difficult to secure, and other special education departments are utilizing an online service, which I think is very difficult. So I recommend that we continue our contract with Bailey Gilbert. She's an O&M specialist for these services. They include the provisions on the IEP, consultation time, paperwork. She attends IEP meetings, and then most importantly, the services to the students in the district. The contract has been developed, and it's an hourly rate of $150 per hour for the service and $75 for travel. If she is in the area with any, like if VACE contracts with her, then if she's in the area, she tries to, not travel twice, bill both of us. So this service is required on a few of our students' IEPs for approximately 2 hours a week, totaling approximately $450 a week, which is an approximate cost of $25,000 for the school year to be paid with IDEA grant funds. This rate has not changed for the last 2 school years. She's not raised her rate. So I recommend your approval of the contract with Bailey Gilbert, O&M specialist.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you. Questions? Again, thank you for your work on this. Ms. Robinson?
Mrs. Corley,
Yes.
Ms. Town,
Yes.
Mr. Easton,
Yes.
Mr. Warfield,
Yes.
Dr. Holler,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Mrs. Holler.
Yes.
Thank you.
Motion carries 7-0. And again, Ms. Bailey, cooperative agreement with VACE
Sure.
for an audiologist.
Yes. So I can't take the credit for this one, actually. The VACE, Director of Special Ed. VACE has long employed the audiologist, and we contract those services. So I am recommending that we continue to do so for students who qualify for special education or 504 with a hearing impairment, or any kid that does not pass their hearing screening. We can send them to VACE at no cost to our families. And this is a full-time position, but it will be shared with VACE and also with Urbana. And so it's a 205-day contract that will be split for 82 days to Urbana, and then Danville and VACE will split the other 123 days. The agreement for the 25-26 school year for our cost would be $31,646.05. For 60 days, which is her salary and benefits. VACE does not charge District 118 for the secretary services who help schedule and do all of that piece. So I recommend your approval of the cooperative agreement with VACE for the audiologist for the 25-26 school year.
Do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion. I'll second.
Questions?
Yes. About how many of our students receive that service?
Well, it really
Give or take.
depends on the school year. The number of students that qualify for special education with a hearing impairment is approximately 15, but that does not count the students who may have a hearing impairment and qualify for a 504, or just don't really qualify because they're not struggling to access their environment. So we just keep an eye on those kids. Our deaf and hard of hearing teacher keeps an eye on them. And like I said, any kid that does not pass their hearing screening from the nurse, we send to VACE for the audiologist to do a better hearing assessment. That way we don't have to wait for anything through medical doctors or anything like that. We can schedule that much more quickly. So it's hard to say an exact number. Anyone can benefit if needed.
Thank you.
Roll call vote.
Ms. Town,
Yes.
Mr. Easton,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Dr. Holler,
Yes.
Mr. Warfield,
Yes.
Mrs. Corley,
Yes.
Mrs. Holler.
Yes, motion carries 7-0. Thank
Thank
you, thank you. Food service, Ms. Zeta, contract addendum between District 118 and the Regional Planning Commission for Early Childhood Education Program, otherwise known as Head Start.
That is correct. Good evening, Board, Mr. Hart. I'm Zeta Peugeot, Director of Food Services. I'm here to recommend accepting the proposal to continue with the agreement between the Head Start and Food Service for the 2025-26 school year.
Motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Any questions?
Yeah, does this involve the kids at the North Campus? Or,
So the North Campus is a part of the district, so
Right.
we provide a service to them as well. It's not a contract, it's an additional school. This one is just for the Head Start program.
okay.
So it's off-site, it's a different site altogether.
Yes, yes.
Have we had a contract with them in the past?
Yes, this would actually be the third one with Head Start. This is a different management company that started 6 months ago, but we've had this particular contract with Head Start for the last 3 years.
Okay, do we have a lapse in the contract?
We did. When the old company left, it was a lapse. We started back. Then I stopped for the summer because it was too much on the staff. And so we'll start back. And their goal is to have their own kitchen. The date keeps changing, so that's why I'm recommending for the school year, but it may actually end earlier than that.
How many Head Start centers do we have that we're involved with?
Just the one.
Just the one?
Just the
Okay.
one.
Do you have the staff to prepare the meals and transport them?
Absolutely.
You do?
The staff welcomed the opportunity to do it. This particular one will be taken care of by the KDBA staff. There's 2 people there. They handle this, and then they handle the regular students there, which is growing, but we had the space and the time for her to prepare the meals, so that's why I thought it was a good fit.
Do you have federal guidelines that you have to follow as far as what food you provide, et cetera, et cetera?
The same as the students, I'm sorry, we follow guidelines. They're not the same as the students. This program is a little bit more strict than what we do with the district, but yes, we do follow federal guidelines.
I'll let them know thank you next time I'm in their kitchen.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, not cooking. You don't want me cooking.
And
Thank you.
how's this funded?
This is actually, they pay for it.
They pay for it.
They
They pay us for the
pay
service.
us for the service
Okay.
for breakfast, lunch, and a snack.
Okay.
So you made the price to be neutral, it's gonna break even, hopefully?
For us to break even? No, it's actually a catering, so we get a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
And I had a question, it's not coming up for me, but I think it was the last line that said if they have a minimum of 75 students, the fee, you reduce the fee for delivery? That, it didn't make sense to me. Can you explain that?
Because it's a
There's an
lot
additional
of processing to get the food over, and when we first started, they were anticipating 100 students.
Okay.
And the first semester, it was more like 25 to 30. So servicing that amount of students, it wasn't beneficial to the district to just even break even. So we increased the price, and I told them once they had more students that we could drop the price a little bit.
So that was a little buffer to help make up for less meals going out and less money coming in.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
got it.
Anything else?
Like that.
Roll call vote.
Dr. Holler,
Yes.
Mrs. Town,
Yes.
Mr. Easton,
Yes.
Ms. Payne,
Yes.
Mr. Warfield,
Yes.
Mrs. Corley,
Yes.
Mrs. Holler.
Yes, motion carries 7-0.
Thank
I
you.
think, is this a record that pretty much we had all total agreement? Is it a record for us? Hey, we don't always agree, just want you to know. So, good deal. Informational items, Mr. Hart, you're awfully quiet today.
I am awfully quiet, thank you. If it's okay, I'm just gonna kind of combine comments with informational items because that's where we're heading, correct?
Please do.
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to thank Bailey Easton for coming and sharing her trip to Normandy. I'm jealous. Kind of a tough gig to get up in front of a group of adults and tell her story. She did a great job. Obviously did a great job representing Danville, so just want to thank her for that. And I want to congratulate the high school football team. The Vikings defeated Urbana last week, so great job to our football players. Staff, so shout out, last week we had a college celebration, Jeans Day, and I think everywhere I went, I think everybody represented the university that they attended, so that was great to see. And then one last thing, community. So the Sweet Adelines are going to be playing at DACC. So they'll be performing, and it is a theater show called When I Grow Up, I Want to Be. The show is at 3 o'clock. Tickets are $15. October 4th, and not only are they going to have a great performance, but they're also collecting school supplies for District 118 students. So if you're available that day, get out there, support them, and support our students. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Payne, we'll start with you tonight.
Sure. I think we're off to a good start for the district. I've not heard any negative chatter about the phones at the high school or at Northridge, so I take that as a positive sign. I'm happy to hear that. The young lady, Easton's presentation was great, but you know, we also want to thank Mrs. Woods, who's no longer with the district, but she was very instrumental in the young lady going to Normandy. Good win for the football team. I was excited about that. And I'm looking forward to great things throughout the school year. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Warfield.
I will second that about the yonder pouches. I have two high schoolers, and I haven't heard any complaints about them yet. That could change, but for right now, it hasn't been an issue so much. So I think that it's working well. We'll find out as the year progresses. So second, Bailey Easton, absolutely just want to second that I think it was wonderful that she got to experience that, but also she was an amazing representative for us and our community, and then came here and brought a presentation that showed that it wasn't just fun and games in that trip. There was actually a passionate reason for going. There was some history behind it. There were educational components of it that really are going to stick with her now. So I love that, and I love that she shared that with us. And then lastly, I want to shout out to Liberty School. I don't know if there's any representatives here from Liberty, but I have shown up there twice for High Five Fridays. One wasn't actually on a High Five Friday, so I guess I kind of made my own. I misunderstood the invitation, so that's on me. But showed up unprompted. They absolutely welcomed me in the building. They showed me around. Mrs. Gerard was excellent. Took time from her day, unprompted, to be able to help me see what they do and how they do it. And as a new board member, I 100% welcome that. I'm looking forward to stopping by other schools as well, and I will try to be more respectful about making sure that I give you a call or heads up first, but I look forward to seeing you all.
Okay. We are not the only school district dealing with the yonder pouches. I happened to be flipping through the channels, and there was an NBC special, and it was highlighting how successful the program was across the country, multiple states, multiple school districts, and a lot of positive feedback from the administration and the families. Even the students, they were showing the students in the halls and talking, and the kids were saying, "I like it. I can talk to my friends now, and they're not doing this to me." So, yay! I'm for it. Hope it's going well. I've asked around. I don't have kids there now. because I've been, now I'm an empty nester, and I am having a 40th class reunion. I can't believe I just said that, but that's for DHS. So October 3rd and 4th, we're going to be invading Danville High School, the football field. We're going to have a tent set up. If anyone is in that class or near or around, come on out to the ball games or football game for festivities. And I have been watching two sports that don't get a lot of announcement are boys and girls soccer. But I saw that we had a phenomenal win, I guess a shutout with a new goalie for our boys soccer. I think it was a 4-0 win, and I think that Timmy Long might have scored all 4 of the goals, and he got Player of the Week for that. And we have some girls tennis. They have very few matches at home, so if you look at the schedule and you can catch them at home, we have a girl there that will go very high in state. She'll probably finish top 5 in the state, so you'll see some good tennis. So check those out.
Awesome.
Thank you. Mr. Easton.
Thank you to the people who are on this board who helped Bailey and Miss Woods go from the last board. Thank you for your support. Miss Woods was under the weather tonight, or she would have been here with Bailey. It was a really great experience. Something Bailey didn't say is she is considering minoring in history because of all that she's learned, and it's just really great to live in a community that has teachers and staff who support students. So I'm proud of Bailey. Yes, if she's watching, if she hasn't already went to bed. Been a long week. No, it's only 7:30. We're still good. But I just wanted to say, I noticed first student is I'm all over Danville at different hours now. So they're doing a really great job for our bus drivers. If you're listening, one bus driver was staring me down. They didn't know who I was, and that's fine. They were staring me down, making sure I didn't move when a bus had stopped at an intersection. And they're just very careful and meticulous and taking good care of our kids. I just wanted to say thank you to them for that. And I didn't move. I stayed. I waited till the light turned off, and then I moved, like everyone should. And then just the last thing, when we're looking at our budget, which we'll talk about, I'm gonna, you all need to look at it. It's a deficit budget, and all of me wants to say I should vote no, but I will most likely be voting yes. Some really difficult years, and I don't say that as a fearmonger. I think we need to be really, really careful. And I know Ms. Parker and I know Mr. Hart are going to help us, but it's not going to be easy. And I'm grateful that we have staff that care. But we're going to have to make more with less, and that's going to be a challenge for us. So we need each other's help and support as we do that in the next 24 months. So that's all from me.
Thanks for that lead in. You really
Really got this out.
I echo what people up and down the board here have said. I'll take a little different angle for just a moment. I have 2 relatives who just are alumni of this school, happen to be my grandchildren, who graduated this past spring. And both of them are in college, and I have nothing but encouraging words from them about how prepared they feel at the schools where they are. And I think that's academic, but it's also social. And I'm hoping they represent us well, but what I'm saying is that they've been represented well by being here at our school district, and they'll do us proud.
I was able to attend the senior sunrise, not on purpose. I had to drop my daughter off at a very early morning, and I saw all these kids, and I had forgot senior sunrise. So I drug 4 seniors out from their practice and drill team, and it was really nice. The teenagers were on the field with their blankets and their senior pants. Have you guys seen this? This is coming back. They're making these senior pants
Jeans, yeah.
and bibs. I think they're super cool. So it was really nice just seeing the staff there with them and seeing the kids just hanging out. It was really nice. I walked around the lunchroom in the school that day too, and they were talking to each other. They were interacting with one another. I mean, face to face, not heads down. And same thing at Northridge. It was a little nerve wracking, the whole Yonder Pouch thing. Again, I've not had many complaints, but I have had a lot of positive. Even teachers, they don't have to reteach things 4 and 5 times because kids are listening. Headphones aren't on. They're paying attention. So, kudos. Just thank you for bringing that to us. Bailey, I'm so incredibly proud of this student. I mean, what she has done is remarkable. I know I could not have gone over across seas at her age without my parent. So, just very proud of her. Speaking of community and tying that in with our veterans, we had 3, if not 4 veterans from our community do the honor flight yesterday in Washington, D.C. And I was able to be the guardian to 2 of them. Phenomenal experience. So any veterans that we can help support, any veterans are open to that experience. And I cannot say enough good things about the honor flight for our veterans in our state. So
Thank you. I have to say too about Yonder Pouches. I've been in the school a lot. The climate is different. The environment is different. So thank you, teachers, for your vigilance. Thank you, kids, for your cooperation. I hear nothing but good things. I have one comment from the band instructor who said his students are farther along at this point in the school year than previous years to the end of the year because they're that much more engaged in the lessons. So teachers are seeing a big difference. So I'm hoping that we see not only a social difference, but we see an academic difference by the end of the year. So thank you, Mr. Bretz, for all the work that you've put in. Thank you for your leadership and your guidance and how kids look to you and they trust you. They trust you that you're going down the right path. So thank you for that. I want to make a quick comment about the news release about national test scores. And you know, we've promised we're going to be transparent about our test scores. But I got an eye-opening message from a parent, not in our system, but these things are they're appropriate. Her comment was that SAT and ACT scores are no longer required by most educational institutions. And so what does that tell us about the validity of the scores? One thing that it tells us is that if you can opt and only submit your scores if you have high scores, that skews the data by a lot. Because each year, how does she say it? Since it's optional, kids only submit when they are really high. Therefore, the college data sample is only high scores. So then the next year, fewer students submit and only even higher kids submit, leading to higher daunting averages. Let's keep those things in mind when the media is making this big splash about test scores and how we don't measure up and all this kind of stuff. Let's look at it with a more educated eye. I too want to say thank you to Danville High School. The football game was fantastic. Not only did we win, not only were our players good, but the band and the cheerleaders and the pompettes, just sitting there and looking at the field and the scoreboard. And I know that our opposing team had to be jealous of what we have because it was pretty awesome. And our kids represented us so well. So thank you for that. And lastly, I just want to, since a lot of you may be involved in this new project that I've kind of gotten involved in, the theater program is growing leaps and bounds at Danville High School, and we have so much talent. And 37 of our theater kids are going to go to Theater Fest at ISU in Bloomington in January. It's a little bit of an expensive undertaking. We want every child every student, they're not children, every student that wants to attend. And to Mr. Easton's wise words about how we spend our money, we put our heads together to think about what we might do to help our theater program. we are going to offer an opportunity for all of you and all of you listening. If you're a district staff, regardless of what your position is in the district, you may be approached by a theater kid asking if you would be willing to adopt them. We're calling this an Adopt a Theater Kid. And so you will be their advocate for all of this year. For that, you will get tickets to the productions. There are 3 levels of adoption. The basic level will basically just cover their registration fee. The next level will, you'll get more for your money. And the third level, you will get up to 8 tickets per production for the whole year. What we're asking of you is, first of all, you say yes because these kids chose you. And secondly, that you come and you support them on stage and all the work that they've done. We're asking that you be their advocate. So during Tech Week, when they're at the school until 10 o'clock at night and they're tired and they maybe aren't getting their homework done, that you serve as a little reminder that academics are still important and you're just their adopted parent during school, that you want the best for them. So you will get an official adoption certificate for your kid. And this program is being rolled out next week. Some of them have jumped the gun. They were so enthusiastic about it. They've already emailed some of you, and that's okay. That's okay. I've told them they can only choose one special person to adopt them, so we're going to see how this goes. But that should roll out next week. So I need them to come to you personally, to ask you personally. So if they've emailed you, that's okay. You got a heads up. But they need to come and speak to you personally. So I hope this is fun for everybody. It's a win-win for everybody. So I hope y'all join us in our enthusiasm about it. Thanks for coming. I always appreciate people showing up on a busy weeknight. And thanks for all you do all day long, every day. We appreciate it. And the meeting is adjourned, and we are not going into closed session again. Yeah. Woohoo.